Welcome to Becoming a Cook. I'm Charlie Wetzel. One of our viewers made a comment about how I cracked an egg with one hand. And I thought, you know what, let me teach how to crack an egg. And before you say, wait a minute, it's something so elementary, let me tell you why I want to do it. One of the first things I tried to learn how to cook when I was a kid was a fried egg. And invariably, I would crack the egg and I'd break the yolk. And it really frustrated me because if I wanted a scrambled egg, I'd be making a scrambled egg, but I wanted a fried egg. So what I want to do is I want to show you how to crack an egg without breaking the yolk, and I'm going to show you how I taught myself to crack an egg one-handed, just in case you want to play with that. When I crack an egg, I don't crack it on the bowl. I read, I don't know, decades ago that you're more likely to get pieces of shell in it if you crack it on there. I don't know if that's true or not, but I got in the habit of cracking it on the counter. So anything solid surface, and what I try to do is give it a single crack. One of the things with eggs is you don't know how hard the shell's going to be. And my understanding is it depends on what the chickens have been fed. So you can have an eggshell that's really soft and easy to break and one that's really hard. That may be enough of a crack. All I try to do is once I get that crack is try to get my fingernails in there, and I'm going to try to open this like a book, but I'm going to do it upside down. So I'm going to take that and crack that. Let me do another one. So let me hit it a little bit harder this time. This one has more of a spider cracker, a dent. And there's a membrane under here that you have to rip, but I'm going to turn that and just open that. Let me show you what I do for a one-handed. It's the same principle. So you can see this has got a pretty good crack in it. I'm holding this end with these fingers, and I'm holding this end with my thumb and first finger. And then I just turn it. I'm going to actually do it this way, even though this isn't the way I would do it. I would do it this way. I'm pulling this apart like that. I think I saw Graham Kerr. I think he was the TV chef who did this when I was a kid. He cracked an egg one hand, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, which kind of tells you about who I was as a kid. But I thought, oh, I got to try that. And I tried it. I just eventually figured it out. Let me do one more. Good crack. Now this one I didn't crack as well. You can see it doesn't have a nice even line there, but I'm still going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to grip, and this time I'm feeling like I need to grip it with my little finger and ring finger, and then my middle finger and other fingers for the other half. And I'm just going to try to pull it apart. Actually, I didn't crack it well enough to pull it apart. So what I'm going to do, let's see, where's my crack? That's a bad sign when you can't even find it. Oh, there it is. Sometimes I don't hit it well. I turn it over to the other side and give it another crack. My middle finger, pointer, and thumb are holding one end, and this time I'm holding with just this ring finger on the back end, and I'm pulling it apart. If you're an experienced egg breaker and you're like, why am I watching this video? Try the one-handed thing. It's really cool. It's a little bit harder to learn how to do left-handed, but if you practice it, you can learn how to do it with both hands. Of course, if you do it with both hands, and both hands are sticky. If you want to crack an egg into a skillet, like you're frying an egg, you take your egg, and I'm going to do this two-handed. Give it a crack. Sometimes I hit it more than once. Thumbs here again, and then just turn it, and keep your hands low without touching the hot skillet, and just open that up gently. Thanks for joining me today on Becoming a Cook. And if you like our videos and you think they're fun, please subscribe. We'd love to have you.